Good to go?
Yeah, good to go.
HOTTOGO. Welcome to A Couple of Delusionaries, the show where a long-term couple questions and tests each other on the comical, unreasonable, and downright delusional sides of their relationship. There's a little vulnerability, a bit of catharsis, and plenty of wondering how anyone makes love work. Because if you've ever looked at your partner and thought, who even are you? You're definitely in good company. Welcome to A Couple of Delusionaries. I am Sarah.
And I'm Caleb.
So what are you thinking? Should we do the Bowls of Chaos first? Just to
That's what we do every time.
Litmus test. See where we're at.
You grabbed them this time, though.
All right. So for anybody who doesn't know, we do a little segment at the beginning just to kind of gauge on how we're feeling right now and what the universe has for us. So we're going to present to you the Bowls of Chaos. They're named after the god Chaos, who in Greek mythology was a primordial gap, the void before creation. We have a silver skull that has statements in it, and then a gold skull that holds answers. We each pull one slip of paper from each skull. The silver one has I statements, and then the gold one is like the answer to that I statement. And this is completely random, guys. This is from the universe. This is what the universe wants us to say right now. So the cosmos will tell us how we are currently feeling because nothing says emotional growth like performing self-reflection over human remains. And it's very true. We love human remains in this house.
Yep.
It's kind of part of our jam. So I have to get this off of my chest. I wish you'd understand how much I care about the algorithmic betrayal of realizing Amazon recommended self-help books because you bought a Nicolas Cage pillowcase at 2 a.m.
You gonna get that cage rage on, honey?
Yeah. I deeply care about this. I'm just saying. And that, yeah, definitely an algorithmic betrayal there.
What does it feel like to sleep on Nicolas Cage?
I would imagine a little bit erratic, kind of like bees.
Yeah, the bees.
The bees.
Not the bees.
Yeah, like bees in your brain. Who knows? Anyway, yeah. Now I'm going to be thinking about that all night. That's great.
I think about Nicolas Cage every night.
Every night. I know. It's like, yeah, that's why I bought the Nicolas Cage pillowcase. All right, your turn.
I still don't know how to express my feelings about the cosmic certainty that Twitch streamers prove we're just NPCs hoping a stranger shouts out our handle.
Yeah. Why don't you tell me how you really feel?
I can. I'm an NPC.
Yeah, you are an NPC. Has anybody shouted out your handle? No?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Not on Twitch, but yeah.
Okay. But somewhere else.
Yeah. On another podcast.
And it did it give you a little spike of serotonin?
Did. Big time, yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, the pseudo-celebrity actually knows my handle.
Yes. All of that. All of that happened.
Oh, my God. So I have made a game that we are going to play tonight. Or at least try to. We'll see how this goes. So this one, I think a lot of people are probably going to be familiar with. I've kind of changed it up just a little bit. Kind of created my own things for it. But this is the relationship trolley problem. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
The trolley problem is a moral thought experiment. A runaway train is about to hit 5 people, but you can pull a lever 2000 and a lever and kill one instead. Philosophers use it to debate ethics. We use it to reveal what our values actually look like in a relationship. In our version, the trolley isn't hitting strangers. It's heading straight for our feelings, our patience, and whatever's left of our communication skills. We can pull the lever and cause damage on purpose, or let it crash and pretend we didn't see it coming. Either way, the real question is, who put the trolley there in the first place? So how to play. One partner reads the dilemma aloud. Both of you must quickly choose which track you'd let the trolley hit. No overthinking. Defend your choice and debate it for a few minutes. There are no points or winners, only uncomfortable truths.
Only losers.
No, only somebody getting hit by a trolley.
Yep.
All right. I think the best way to do this is I have a mild, moderate, high, and severe category. I think it should be escalating. And if you pick a mild, the next time it has to be like a severe. I think how we're going to start is we'll start on moderate and pick a number between 1 and 10.
8.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The trolley is heading towards your need for comfort, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your spontaneity. 1, 2, 3. Spontaneity.
Mm-hmm.
No, I want to be comfortable forever. Yeah. Is that why did you pick it?
Oh, I messed it up.
Oh.
Yeah, 100% comfort. Yeah. The trolley hits the comfort. It destroys comfort. Yeah,
oh, yeah. No.
100%.
It's hitting. Well, you picked it now. It's hitting your spontaneity. You're done.
No.
You answered it.
I'm not spontaneous anymore.
Yep. It's gone. You only get to be comfortable.
But no, 100%. Run through the comfort.
It's too late. It's too late.
I'm very comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah. It's too late. You have unfortunately lost your spontaneity. It cannot be put back together because it was run over by a damn trolley, okay? It's done. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
It's over.
No more spontaneity.
Your turn.
Okay.
What are we doing, though?
Mild.
Are we doing mild? Then we have to do severe next.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick number 5, Bob.
The trolley is heading toward your partner's humor, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your ability to take things seriously. 3, 2, 1. Seriously.
You have to answer at the same time. You cheated.
No, 100%. You'd be dreadful without humor.
Yeah. I think life would be dreadful if your partner couldn't have a sense of humor. In general, I'm not even talking about you. I'm just meaning like partner.
Yeah.
Plus, I could use the ability to not take things so seriously. So yeah, that would be totally fine. I have no problem with that.
With that question, though, it does kind of feel like you might be living in like SpongeBob SquarePants land or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's a goofy goober?
Yeah, who's a goofy goober? All right. Now we're on severe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 8.
Again. All right. The trolley is headed towards your ability to forgive, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your ability to forget. 3, 2, 1. Forget.
Yeah. I mean,
it's still hard though because that's hitting your ability to forget, meaning that you have to remember absolutely everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No more blacking out.
No more blacking out. Yeah, you remember all the shameful things you've done.
Uh-huh. But so why not forgive this then?
Because that's a virtue. That's the human good. That's how you go through life being a human. That's why. You have to be able to forgive.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, forgiveness is important. I'm like,
you wouldn't be able.
I don't forget anything anyway.
You wouldn't be able to have a human relationship without forgiveness.
Forgiveness, yes. Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more selfish. I thought about also like your ability to be able to forgive yourself.
No, that too, yeah.
It's like, but if I can't forgive myself, then I don't know how we're making it through tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's Pretty cut and dry, that one, I think. Not a great choice, but
No. I think we're at high now.
that was a severe, wasn't it?
That was a severe, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a severe. So now we're at high.
All right, give us a number.
I'm going to go with number 10, Bob.
The trolley is heading towards your jealousy, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your honesty. 3, 2, 1. Jealousy. Yeah,
That's kind of easy
kinda.
to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, boring. Okay. I should know but yeah. Yeah. I'm not hitting my honesty.
No,
It's one of my best traits.
it's
Thank you.
super important.
Let's go for another severe. Why not?
Number 7.
Okay. So just listen to this one. Okay. The trolley is headed towards your partner's comfort, but if you pull the lever, it will hit their ability to tell the truth. 3, 2, 1. Comfort.
Yeah.
You don't need to be comfortable. You need to tell the truth.
Yeah. Honesty and truthfulness is a
Yeah.
very critical thing.
I'm still a little pissed off, though, that you'd screw up my comfort just so that I could tell the truth.
No, you're going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Bed and nails.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then you'll be able to tell me how much you hate it.
Because I have to. It's not like I have truth serum where I'm like, oh, I have to spill my guts right now, sort of thing. But yeah. Okay. Now where are we going to next? What are we going to next? This has been frighteningly easier than I thought it would be. There's got to be something that's going to like make us disagree.
Yeah, there's got to be.
We know each other too well. Damn it.
Let's do moderate for 5.
Oh, I just read.
Oh.
I was asking you where we're going to.
We're
You don't
going-
get to pick the number.
We're going a moderate.
Moderate?
Mhm.
Okay, number 4.
The trolley is heading towards your partner's patience, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your coping mechanisms.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Coping mechanism.
Patience.
Interesting. Why?
I'm not getting rid of my coping mechanisms, right? That's what it said.
Mm-hmm.
It hits my coping mechanisms.
Your coping mechanisms.
In moderate. The trolley said, your patience or hit my coping mechanisms. Yeah, your patience.
My patience?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm keeping my coping mechanisms. Can you imagine me without coping mechanisms?
Yes.
But for you, you're going to take away my coping mechanisms and keep my patience?
Mm-hmm.
And you think I'm patient? You think that's the thing? That's kind of interesting. Yeah, I just said too. I was like, there's got to be something we disagree on. But you said coping mechanisms, and I was like, how dare you?
Yeah, get rid of them.
I cannot get rid of my coping mechanisms.
Get rid-
Mechanisms. I think we're going to high now. We'll do
Okay.
high.
6.
6. Okay. The trolley is heading towards your emotional intimacy, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your physical chemistry. 3, 2, 1. Emotional
chemistry.
intimacy. Really?
Yeah.
I did say emotional intimacy. I don't think I can go back. The trolley hit it.
The trolley hit it.
You would keep
Yeah.
the emotional intimacy and not the physical chemistry?
Yeah.
That is somewhat surprising.
It doesn't mean too much if there isn't emotions associated with
I
it.
guess so, yeah. But I kind of need the physical chemistry.
Well, me too.
Like,
But the emotional is more important.
the emotional is more, yeah. No, I know you're right, but I obliterated it, so
No, well,
I can't go back now. The trolley hit.
yeah,
The trolley hit. We do like the whole instructions said, do not overthink this.
They did.
So we're not allowed.
They did say that, yeah.
Right? You just have to live with the consequences, and I have to live with the consequences that I'm physically attracted to you, but there's nothing there.
Nothing. Nope. No, just a himbo.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess we can base our relationship on something else as opposed to getting along. We can just base it on sex then. Yeah, why not?
I'm interested in hearing out your proposal.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Mhm.
The next one you get to select the category, and then
Yeah.
I pick the number.
Mild.
Miles. Number 2.
The trolley is heading toward your partner's social life, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your need for solitude. 3, 2, 1.
Social life.
Social life.
Okay, you got to say it at the same time. You've got to say it at the same time. No, I just feel like you're...
No. I enjoy being alone.
So do I.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, get out. Get out of my house then. You're always around. No, I'm just joking. I don't have a social life anyway, so it doesn't matter. No one likes me. No, that was depressing. I don't believe that. I think you're lying. Because you're always doing things with the guys out in Texas, and that's like, it's very rare that you're ever just in your trailer by yourself.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. And I don't think that's just because they're there knocking on your door being like, hey, Caleb, come out, blah, blah, blah. I think that's literally because of the fact that you want to be around them.
You underrate how popular I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Galinda. Jesus.
Galinda. Is she popular?
Yeah, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I call bullshit on that. Like you saying...
The question was about you anyway.
So we both chose
Selfishly.
to annihilate each other's social life.
You're going to be codependent.
Yeah.
Severely.
Not even because of the fact that it didn't hit my need for solitude at all, which, like, I need my solitude.
Mm-hmm.
I always do. I need, Usually when you leave for Texas, I absolutely miss you. However, there's about 3 days where I'm kind of like, this is nice.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'm like, you can come home now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
That sounds about right.
Let's do high.
High?
Mm-hmm.
5.
The trolley is heading towards your ability to communicate emotionally, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your ability to act on love. 3, 2, 1. Communicate emotionally.
Yep. Easy peasy.
Oh, that's bad.
Lemon
So
squeezy.
you're just going to be like, I love you.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you. Oh, wow.
I think you're pretty.
I think you're pretty. Yeah. Oof. What does that say about us?
Hmm?
That we would rather just not communicate emotionally, but we would still like to be able to act on love, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
Well, we did that.
on more of a doer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than a talker.
Mhm.
I know.
Mhm.
I know that.
Yeah, that's why we started the podcast.
Yeah. Yep. Because you're so quiet. This is the Quiet Hour podcast.
She broke first. Put it on the record.
I can't stay quiet.
She really can't.
But yes, I think for me, it's just, I would rather, out of those two options, be able to act on love. And I think I'm interpreting that as something very personal, especially since I believe so much and showing affection through acts of service. So like to act on love would be like, oh, I got you a gift, or I planned a trip, or I get to hug you just because I want to, sort of thing.
Yep.
And
All
I
those
think
things.
words get you so far in a relationship, but really actions do matter a lot. Right? So that's why I chose it. Why did you choose it?
Colonel Darcy.
Who?
Colonel Darcy?
Who's Colonel Darcy?
Wasn't that his name? Colonel?
Who's Colonel Darcy?
Was it
Are you talking about Colonel Brandon or Mr. Darcy? So for
Oh.
context, we did watch Pride and Prejudice around New Year's, and then we watched
Colonel Brandon,
Sense and Sensibility like right
No,
afterwards.
Mr. Darcy was the other guy.
Yes, Mr. Darcy was the hand.
Yeah.
No, Colonel Brandon, played by the glorious late Alan Rickman. Yeah.
Is he dead?
He's dead, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're behind. You're really behind on that one.
I'm going to need a moment.
Okay. Moment of silence for our dearly departed Alan Rickman.
Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, continue. I'm interested. Carry on, good sir. Colonel Brandon.
Yeah, no, it was the acts that he did, right? That was his love language. Was the stuff he would, the lengths he would go for, and he wasn't so great with the words.
He was a very sort of strong, silent type.
Yeah,
but he did have like a muted passion under the surface.
yeah, that's fine.
Right. So yeah, it was very interesting to watch that. I keep going, and it's starting to actually annoy me. So I can't imagine people listening being like, "Can that stop doing that? Like, can she?" So I do apologize.
Don't you apologize?
Okay, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, you hear that?
Okay. So that was in the high. So you get to choose.
Okay, severe.
Severe. 2.
The trolley is heading toward your partner's ability to trust again. But if you pull the lever, it will hit your right to change and evolve. 3, 2, 1. Change
Trust
and evolve.
again.
Mm-hmm.
You're giving up your right to change and evolve?
Yeah, I'll just stay the way I am right now. It's pretty good.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
No. No. Seriously, you do not. Come on. You?
Me?
I guess you're obsessed with this whole idea of like immortality, and I don't know. Does that mean you just want to be a vampire? You just want to stay the same forever?
Yeah.
Sparkly in the sun?
It's just... so the question supposes that you don't trust, right?
Ever again. Like,
Yeah.
trust ever again.
Yeah, it sounds like an awful partner.
No, because trust can be broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
And other people can screw up your ability to be able to trust, right? Parents, friendships, relationships, colleagues, even, doesn't matter. We're all human beings, and sometimes we have really crappy experiences where it really does affect your ability to be able to trust again after that. But then people come along, right? And they help you be able to be like, oh, okay, well, not everybody is like that. And even at the age that we are, that still happens. We haven't had every single experience in the world where, like, it's just easy for us to always be able to trust.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would.
Yeah, all of that.
I'm sorry. I would hit your ability to be able to trust.
Well, I'll just
Well,
and
no, but you were saying the opposite. You were saying like, oh, why trust? But you hit your right to change and evolve.
Mhm.
So
Which I do love. I
mm,
shouldn't say I don't.
but you just obliterated it.
Yeah.
So you're stuck like this forever.
Yeah, but the thought of you being untrustworthy or untrusting
You said it.
to about
Dude.
the world is an awful thought experiment. That's an awful thing. That's an awful thing to do to somebody. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I never said I was a good person.
Oh, I forgot to take that into account.
um yeah, selfishly, Trolley coming at it. I need to change and evolve. The only way that I can stay happy, like looking at myself in the mirror, is with the ability to change and evolve.
Yeah,
Plus, changing and evolving, I mean, no, it will never help me trust again because,
because
or
that's gonna
you to
obliterate it.
trust again. I can still trust, so I'm fine. I attacked you, I guess, outright. Meh. Yeah, this is making me look worse and worse. But come on, realistically, are you just gonna constantly like be the sacrificial lamb? Is that what's happening? You're
No.
just like anytime. Anyway, I think I'm getting a little I'm getting a little upset about this. Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Sure. Okay. Cool. Moving on. Don't think too much about it. Let's go to a mild
Okay.
after that. Okay. Number
4.
3. The trolley is headed towards your ability to avoid conflict, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your partner's need for closure. That's in mild. All right. 3, 2, 1. Avoid conflict.
Yeah.
I don't avoid conflict. That's the thing.
No, you
And
don't.
you do avoid conflict.
Sure
so
do.
that's kind of what was interesting about that question, because I almost thought I would trick you into saying partners need for closure, but
No.
it didn't.
No, I
No.
don't get tricked.
So both of us now can never avoid conflict.
Nope. It's always just up front, go guns blazing.
Caleb, I have to cut that out. I don't know. I don't know the terms of what you're supposed to do and not do on YouTube.
I got a rooster out.
Oh, okay. You know, rooster out at all times.
Yep.
All right. Well, I guess we're on the same page with that. That we do not need to avoid conflict. But I'm like, why would we?
Why?
Why would we?
No.
It's 2026. The world is a screwed up place.
It is, yep.
There could be pandemonium at any point in time. Who knows? We do not need to avoid conflict.
Mhm.
And if there's a zombie apocalypse tomorrow, I'm just saying I'm team zombie. That is the way it's going down.
Yeah, that's the way, yeah.
That's the way it's going down.
I guess,
I'm not living without indoor plumbing.
like, you could take it in the sense where you won't avoid minor conflicts, right? Like,
But it's gone altogether. Your ability to avoid conflict.
yeah. So you're just constantly like, oh, yeah, I don't know. You didn't put the dish in the dishwasher. Now it's full blown conflict.
But I mean, does it automatically mean that you're confrontational
I think so.
if you cannot avoid conflict?
I think that's supposed.
Yeah. Maybe.
And like constantly.
But does that if you cannot avoid, your ability to avoid conflict just automatically means that you have to be confrontational?
I think that's supposed in the question.
Because I don't think that means in certain circumstances, yes, 100%, but I don't think it necessarily means that you have to be confrontational. It just means if somebody was there and they were trying to punch you in the face, you literally just couldn't walk away. You'd have to stand there and just let them punch you in the face. Doesn't mean you have to be confrontational and hit them back. Like, nothing about this says that that you need to retaliate or anything like that or be confrontational. It just says that you cannot avoid conflict anymore.
I think that if you, at least I'm supposing in the question, if you have any thoughts of aggression in any sense, then you have to follow through with them.
See, and that's not the way I think about it. The way that I think about it, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm a woman, is like conflict happens to you. Not you're causing conflict. Conflict is happening to you. And you cannot avoid it anymore. I cannot avoid passive aggressive remarks about my body or anything like that. Like it's essentially like I can't just like get up and walk away. Right? I have to sit. You cannot avoid the conflict, meaning like maybe you do have to be confrontational, but also you kind of have to just like sit there as opposed to getting up and walking away.
No, well, at least personally, I took it as you have to be confrontational. You can't take the high road, right?
Mm,
In the classic sense,
mm.
you can't uh, walk away. Yeah, but
Yeah.
but not just
But
sit
it
there.
doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be confrontational. You're not allowed to get up and walk away. You're not allowed to avoid it, right? You're not allowed to like change the subject, which is another
Yeah,
easy way to avoid it, just to kind of be like, oh, okay, let's just talk about something else. You're not allowed to do that. Or not that you're not allowed, you don't have the ability to do it anymore.
yeah. I took it as
That was just the way I thought of it.
any feelings of adversity that crops up, you got to address them immediately.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna say let's go with I don't know, a moderate?
Sure.
Yeah. Let's go with a moderate. Why not?
Okay, give me a number.
2.
The trolley is heading toward your partner's emotional needs, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your need for safety and boundaries. 3, 2, 1. Safety and boundaries. Easy.
I didn't like any of that. For some reason that felt yucky to me.
Why?
I don't know, cuz I'm a woman and safety is so incredibly important to me.
Yeah.
You better not let me down. I did pick your emotional needs over my safety and boundaries.
I do appreciate
And
it.
I constantly have to set safety parameters and boundaries and everything like that. So, okay. Shuck. All right.
Well, let's do a severe.
Severe. Okay.
Number 1.
The trolley is headed towards your partner's happiness, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your personal growth. 3, 2, 1. Happiness.
Personal growth. Yeah.
You don't need to be happy.
No.
I need to grow.
Mm. Yeah.
Wow.
I've grown.
I love you.
I'm fully grown.
You're fully grown, eh?
Mhm.
At your ripe old age, you're fully grown.
Yep.
Yeah.
They call me a mature tree.
I don't know how to defend myself to be like, your happiness can go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just trample all over it.
But I also think happiness is overrated because that's just happiness. That doesn't mean, okay, I'm defending my position here. That doesn't mean that you can't be like joyful and content, right? It's just your happiness. Everything is temporary anyway.
I think joy is kind of encompassed in the happiness umbrella.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Joy is something completely separate than happiness.
No, okay.
Yes, it is. Have you not watched the Disney movie Inside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, joy is something else. Duh.
Yeah, but when she didn't have joy, she was very unhappy. It's okay, honey.
I think you're splitting hairs here to say she was unhappy. She wasn't. She was depressed. There's a difference.
I'll watch you grow and be very displeased about it.
Okay. We can still build a relationship based on other emotions. It does not have to specifically be happiness, right?
Yeah.
Anger, contempt. Yeah, the Gottmans would have a field day with this.
Hatred. Self-loathing.
Yeah. Pickles,
Yeah.
the typical thing.
The typical things.
Yeah. I mean, sex. Why not? You do not have to be happy to have sex. Just a PSA out there. You do not have to be happy to have sex. Let's go for a mild,
Okay.
I guess. And you're picking the number.
Number 1 then.
Number 1. The trolley is headed towards your partner's dream project, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your emotional well-being. 3, 2, 1. Dream
Emotional
project.
well-being.
Not coming out great here.
I
don't know you to have a dream project, but I have a dream project.
So does that mean that my emotional well-being is completely destroyed forever?
Yeah.
No.
The trolley hit it.
Well, maybe.
It's over.
Maybe dream project.
No, it's too late.
No.
The trolley hit it. That's the thing is like, yeah, when you make you're like, oh no, I have to live with this. It's an ethical conundrum.
Well, shit.
Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. Or wait.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that's where we're at on that one. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs.
All right.
So you pick a category.
Moderate.
Okay, 6.
The trolley is heading towards your ability to feel adored. But if you pull the lever, it will hit your need to be understood. 3, 2, 1. Adored. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to be understood more than I need to be adored.
100%. You don't. Adoration isn't. I mean, it's nice, but it's not a need for life.
Yeah. Like to say that it would hit your need to be understood. I mean, it's not ability to be understood, but it's your need to be understood. So what I took that as is a feeling of being understood.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty important for all aspects of life. But yeah.
Yeah. That's like a two-way street, right? Where somebody can understand you, but if you don't feel understood, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas adoration it's so absolutely fleeting anyway. I do like feeling adored, though. I think anybody does. But do I need it for the rest of my life? No. I'd rather be understood. Or feel understood. I need to be understood. So, yeah. 100%. All right. Let's go high. Screw it. Let's go high.
Okay.
Highball.
We're going to do high at a number 4.
A number 4. Okay. The trolley is headed toward your shared memories, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your future dreams together. 3, 2, 1. Shared memories.
Yeah, we can make new ones, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we both agree. We could have amnesia right now, and it's like as long as we still have a future together, that's cool. Like the shared memories are great and all, but I think the best part of being in the relationship is the future plans that we can come up and dreaming about what we want for our future together.
Yeah, having new novel experiences and
new novel experiences.
Yeah, it's a little bit of redundancy there.
Yeah, new novel experience. Yeah, just new crap. Eating at a new restaurant on a Friday night. Why not? That's a big dream there, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'd rather give up the shared memories. It sucks, but
Hey, if you give up the shared memories, then you maybe can experience them again.
yeah. No, all of the fights go away too, right? Like anything
Mhm.
from the past, gone, trauma, it's all gone, starting over. We just have a future together. That's great. No,
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Let's do a moderate.
A moderate.
Number
Did
1.
we just do that? Number 1?
Mhm.
Oh, am I reading? Or are you reading?
I'm reading.
Oh, you're reading. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Go.
The trolley is heading towards your partner's trust in you, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your freedom to grow in your own way. 3, 2, 1. Grow your own way.
Dear answer that one. I don't know.
Why?
I think the trolley in that instance hit absolutely everything. Yeah, I think freedom to grow in your own way.
Mhm. Well,
Your partner's
I mean, if you don't have trust,
trust in you.
yeah, you don't have a relationship. So.
That's bad. Yeah. But I do want to grow in my own way.
No, yeah, well, I mean, we all do.
I don't know. That's hard, dude. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, yep. That's for that. If I don't know, my brain like literally itself there just jumped off of a bridge. I guess I can't say kill you. Yeah, my brain like went and just like didn't.
Well,
yeah.
it's a relationship podcast, right? There's no relationship without trust.
No,
so-
there is no relationship without trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now where are we going to, honey?
Well, whatever one you pick, it's going to be a number 3.
So severe. Let's do it. The trolley is heading towards your connection, but if you pull the lever, it will hit the secret you've hidden. 3, 2, 1. Secret you've hidden.
Yeah, get rid of that. You don't need to know about any of those secrets.
What I imagine that means is that secret is then going to come to light, right?
Oh, yeah, still secret.
It's still secret? Okay. But we'd keep our connection. It's just, does it survive that?
Well,
Does it survive through that?
how bad's the secret?
I don't know.
Mm,
I think that's one for after the podcast.
yeah, maybe.
Go to our Patreon. No, we don't have a Patreon. Find out what the secret is from both of us. Go to our Patreon. No, we don't. Not as of yet. I mean, no one's asked us for one, but
Cut to a Love Island clip of me and my lover, Fabio.
I'm a mommy. I'm a mom. Mamacita? You're
Well, how
like,
bad?
You're like, I don't even understand the cultural reference.
No, I don't.
Why did you bring up Love Island if you've never watched it?
Because it's really popular.
It's very but you've never
I've
seen
never
it.
seen
You don't
an
even know
episode.
the I'm a mommy thing.
No,
like,
I don't.
Okay.
I don't know anybody in the show.
Because you're not on social media or TikTok or anything like that.
No.
No, why would you know anybody in the show? It's a reality show.
Yeah, I don't know any of them.
Well, you would. You wouldn't.
I never met any of them.
You wouldn't. Okay, dog. Where are we going to next? Severe.
Okay. Give us a number.
4.
The twally.
The twally?
The
The
twally.
twally. No, get out of the way of the twally.
Oh no, it's going to hit your boodles.
The twally.
The trolley is heading towards your shared memories, but if you pull the lever, it will hit every new experience you could have had together. 3, 2, 1.
Shared memories.
New experience. Oh, yeah, shared memories.
You said it. Dude. You said it. It's too late. The demon was like, no, we're going this way.
I briefly
Dude, you
forgot how
said
the
it.
game works. I was like, oh, you pick the one you don't want. Right.
You pick which one it's going to obliterate. Come on.
Yep, well, I guess we just got to
Every new experience
in the
you
past.
could have had
Yep.
together.
live in the past.
Wow. That just happened. I mean, and you've got to live with it.
Yep.
That's just part of the game,
Yep.
right?
No
Once it
more-
happens,
No more shared.
you have to live with it.
Yeah. But hey, playing devil's advocate here, would we be who
my
we
God.
are without our shared memories?
Yes. Like, it's not every memory ever. Have you seen the movie The Vow?
No.
No, it's Channing Tatum, Rachel McAdams. Anyway, but it's based on a true story of a woman who ended up getting amnesia and forgetting like her entire relationship with her husband. And essentially, like they were married and he had to make her fall in love with him not make her, but he made her fall in love with him all over again. But to this day, she never got her memories back of their marriage.
Wow.
Only he has them. She doesn't have them.
I will say 50 First Dates is one of my favorite romance movies.
But realistically, at the end of 50 First Dates, she's going to be in a home at some point. And like, can you imagine her pregnancy too? Waking up every single day pregnant and being like, like,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been good, dude.
Yeah, no. It'd be terrifying.
No, it would have been awful. But like someday she's going to wake up thinking that she's supposed to be like 26 and she wakes up and she's 55.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? Not well.
Hey,
Not well.
Adam Sandler figured out the formula.
Yeah, but it would only work for so long, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Like, realistically, wouldn't it?
I don't know. You'll have to ask Adam Sandler.
I have to ask Adam Sandler, but yeah.
And our special guest today.
It's Adam Sandler. Come on down.
No, he's on standby.
All right, pick, choose. Where are we going?
Okay, you pick the severity, and I will say number 10.
Okay, we're gonna do mild. The trolley is headed toward your need for control, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your flexibility. 3, 2, 1. Control.
Easy.
I have OCD, so that's like.
Yeah, just obliterate it with a train.
I love that I could just get rid of my OCD like immediately. My need for control, gone.
Mm-hmm. Mind you,
it didn't say compulsions.
Yeah.
It didn't say your compulsions. So maybe I would still have compulsions, but they wouldn't be about control.
Also, when I think about it, it's like, I guess if you get rid of the need for it, that's something different. But I hate giving up control. Like I do not enjoy it. But if you give up the need for it, then yeah, take it. Get rid of it.
Yeah, you'd have no more need for control. Yeah, exactly.
Easy.
Exactly. All right, let's go severe. Because if we do mild, we have to do severe.
Okay. Well, that was a right. Give me a number.
I get to pick the number. I get to pick the number. Finn. 10.
The trolley is heading toward your partner's truth in life, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your peace of mind. 3, 2, 1.
Peace of mind.
Yeah. Get out of that comfort zone.
Oh, that's not what it is. That's not what peace of mind is, dude.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of that.
No, peace of mind is like coming to terms with things and being like all right with everything. Like you would never feel peace again. It's gone.
Yeah, but it's truth in life. I mean
your partner's truth in life.
Yeah, that's a pretty severe thing also.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
For one,
mind you, what does that mean? Is that just some like gooey flim flam? What is your truth?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, what is your truth in life?
Certainly sounds important.
Yeah. Maybe I made the wrong choice. Truth in life. I don't know.
I looked at it as having some kind of deep secret into the universe or into oneself compared to being okay with the way things are.
But peace of mind, I mean, is something like very specific.
Yeah. And it's important.
right?
Not
I
trying
mean,
to
it's
diminish
not
that.
like you were right on, kind of right with the comfort thing, but that's not really what it is either. Like, it's so much more than that. Say peace of mind, right?
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Or I guess if I would reword it, in my view, I'd say, would you rather have knowledge or wisdom?
Wisdom. So did I pick the right one?
No.
Like, I don't know.
In
Would you rather have knowledge or wisdom? Wisdom.
wisdom.
Because I guess wisdom doesn't necessarily come from knowledge. Wisdom comes from experience. I like how that's put, to be honest, because yes, your partner's truth in life, if you look at it that way and you say it's their ability to gain wisdom, right? To have experiences and go through life as themselves and to be able to experience life as themselves and then apply that and live that in a way.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I guess peace of mind, whatever. We're all going crazy today. Don't worry about it. All right.
We didn't do 5.
Oh, we haven't done 5. Is it my turn to read, sweetie? Yeah. The trolley is headed toward your ability to tell comforting lies. But if you pull the lever, it will hit your ability to protect the truth. 3, 2, 1. Comforting
Yeah, comforting
lies.
lies. I mean, it's
What does it mean to protect the truth? I know I should know. I wrote these, but I'm like, I don't know. That's kind of a weird one.
to protect the truth.
Yeah,
Now, what do you think it means?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
I mean, for me, comforting lies was obvious just because I'm like, comforting lies are still lies.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Like, yeah, we flushed your hamster down the toilet, bud.
yeah. Yeah.
I'm not telling you he went to um over the Rainbow Bridge or whatever crap
A farm
there.
upstate.
He went to a farm upstate. Yeah.
No, I generally think that the truth should be the thing that you say all the time.
But what does it mean, your ability to protect the truth?
To withhold it, I'm guessing, right?
Withhold the truth?
Yeah.
But that's just a lie.
No, not saying anything is different than a lie.
An omission is still a lie, Caleb.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, it is. An omission is still a lie.
I think it's a different kind of thing.
It's a lie.
No?
It's a lie. An omission is a lie.
If you ask me,
Because if you're not volunteering the information, or if you're specifically trying to avoid saying what the information is, you're only doing it usually because of the fact that you're afraid that there's going to be some sort of recourse or negative outcome. So you don't even have the balls enough to tell a lie. You're just basically going to avoid it altogether. And it's the same thing. Actually, sometimes an omission is even worse than a lie. A lie, at least you could come up with something creatively. But an omission is just essentially like, well, you didn't ask, so I'm not going to tell.
well, if we're debating on it, then I still think the lie is worse in general. If you ask me if Santa Claus exists and I said, I don't, no, because that's a lie. If I said I don't know, that's still a lie. If I said you should figure that out on your own, that's worse than me saying, "Yeah, Santa Claus exists," right?
Yeah, but wouldn't it just
That's
be
not
easier just to
worse than me
say
saying
wouldn't it just be easier to say, well, Saint Nicholas was a real guy, but Santa Claus isn't real? Like,
yeah, but that's just the truth.
that is just the truth. So I guess that is the ability to protect the truth, I guess? I don't know. I don't understand. But either way, you picked a strange thing to be like, that's because none of that had an omission in it.
The omission would be, dude, I'm gonna sit here for 5 minutes and think about a thought experiment. But yes, in
Uh-huh.
general, I think omission is, though bad, it's not as bad as straight up lying. Because lying, you're misleading someone. You're making them think that something is true that it is not.
But
Omission,
omission does the exact same thing. I
no.
will tell you a specific example. I had a boyfriend at one point when I was much younger who essentially he never lied to me. It was always omissions. And it was that he basically had cheated on me, but he never lied about it. He essentially had told me the truth where he was like, "Yeah, I was at work," but he never told me that he specifically went home with somebody after he was done, bartending. But in his mind, he didn't lie. I never asked him if he went home straight after work. I never asked him if he went straight home after work. So he basically gaslit me to tell me that it was my fault that I didn't ask him where he had gone after work.
Well, that's a different thing on top of it.
Well, I mean, yes, for one, it's absolute gaslighting. And I mean, it was back in a time where I didn't even have the vocabulary to say what gaslighting even was. But at the same time, he didn't lie,
Yeah.
he omitted. And how is that not worse?
Well, if he had
Oh,
lied,
come on. It would have just been better for him to be like, yeah, I went home after work. It wouldn't have changed the situation either way. He still freaking went home, but it was the fact that he was willing to withhold so much. It wasn't necessarily about the fact that he wasn't going to tell the truth. It was the fact, well, I mean, I should have known with this guy. There was so many red flags, but the omission doesn't make it any better. You can't just go like, "Oh, well, at least you didn't lie to me." I think you're thinking of lying as like a blatant, like, I'm doing this because I don't like, I know I'm going to get caught or get in trouble, or there's going to be some sort of consequences or recourse or whatever if I tell
no,
the truth.
no, 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 no,
Because that's a lie.
no, no. If you're doing that, you're a bad person,
Oh,
or
yeah. Yeah.
or you're not necessarily a bad person, but you're doing wrong.
Hmm. And lies always get found out, like,
No,
especially in today's.
no, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But okay, even this, if you're thinking about um living your life, you as a person, you as the liar, then you have to remember these lies, right? So that's another burden on you. Because if you
Mhm.
tell the lie to somebody, then you got to remember that you've lied about this thing forever.
Mhm.
Even to say, you know, I can't go to dinner because
That's like,
my grandma
how do
died or
people
whatever.
end up with, like, 2 families and, like, they never know about each other for, like, 20 years?
Oh, I know.
How
It's
is that
so
even
ludicrous. Yeah.
possible? How do you keep your lies straight? How did a certain someone end up with 9 different mistresses? Like, and you think they're not gonna find out about each other? Of course they're gonna find out about each other.
Yeah.
Like, that yeah. And, like, wouldn't that be eating away at you all the time?
I would hope so.
I would hope so. Yes. At the end of the day, I would absolutely hope so. Anyway, I think we've beaten this like a
Yeah, we've beaten the horse.
we've beaten this like a dead horse, basically. All right. I don't even know. I don't even know where we were. I know we finished mild. Okay. 6. Yes, we did 6.
We're coming up on the 2-hour mark, so maybe pick
We're
some
not coming up on the 2-hour mark. Oh, we kind of are. That's okay.
so maybe
Oh,
pick
should we just go to severe? Just
maybe just pick some of your favorites or
pick some of your favorites. Yeah, we've done that one. So yeah, let's finish up on the severes. Okay, let's do 6 in severe.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to read?
Mm.
Okay. The trolley is headed toward your love, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your sense of self. 3, 2, 1. Love. Oh, that didn't feel good.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Oh,
I mean, the self was an illusion anyway, but
and when it says your love, I think we were thinking the same thing, like not our love together. It was like your love as like a human being, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, okay. So for both of us, having an identity and sense of self is more important than love. I think that's what we've kind of gleaned from the conversation tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. I have no problem. No notes.
No notes.
No notes. I mean, as long as you didn't think about it as our love. Like you're like, yeah, we can get rid of this. I got to keep my sense of self.
Just cut it.
Yeah, cut it. Got it. Okay. Oh, 9. Yeah, 9. 9.
The trolley is heading toward your shared life, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your affection for each other. 3, 2, 1. Shared life.
Like, I don't know. Affection? I don't know. Oh, shit. That's sad.
Yeah. It's not great.
So we would be broken up, but we would still have affection for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's the hill you're dying on?
Yeah. Well, think of it the other way, though.
That we would
Stay
live
together and
together,
have no affection.
But I thought earlier, now I feel like we're contradicting everything that we've said, where essentially it was like we would stay together and just be contemptuous.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my original
You
statement.
would rather not have a shared life together, but still have affection for one another.
Yeah, okay. Well, think about the life that
Okay.
let's stay together,
So-
but we don't like it.
So let's think about it this way. Okay. So we're not together, but are we still best friends?
I don't know. Maybe.
But it just is affection for each other.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm asking. We're not together, but are we still best friends?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Why not? Whatever. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. Okay.
I just the other option's so awful that
Yeah.
it just
Yeah, that's true.
completely obvious, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's really bad.
I hate you. Don't leave me.
You told me. Where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go?
Alaska.
It's -40 out. Where are you gonna go? You gotta stay here. Yeah, I don't know. No, but I asked. So if we're not together, we still like if we keep our affection for each other, that means that we're still best friends, right?
Probably.
Or
yeah.
is it just like, oh, I have fond memories of them? I don't think so. Like our affection for each other would mean like I take that as like I still love you and you still love me. We just don't have a shared life together
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Does it mean we're in love or we just love each other?
The latter.
Oh, okay. So we would still be best friends then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sir, I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah.
And I think, that means that no matter whatever happens in our life, you and I have now made a contractual verbal agreement, and it is recorded,
Mm-hmm.
that regardless of whatever happens between us, we are always going to remain best friends, right?
Yeah, regardless, no matter what you do.
What I do? Why would I do something? You're the man.
Let's be
I mean,
honest
come
here.
on. Come on. You're going to do something here. We all know this. Everybody knows this. Everybody's told me they know this. You out in Texas,
Who have you been talking to?
out there in
Brokeback Mountain. I
in
guess.
West Texas in the desert. I know the craziness you get up to out there.
Cold nights and hot days, honey. Cold nights and
Mhm.
hot days.
Anyway,
All right, you got to read the last one.
no, we did that one. Seriously, 9 was the last one.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did
yeah,
it.
we did
We
it.
did it. Seriously, that's it. That's all, bud. Bud.
Booed.
Bud. That's what I wanted to say. Bud. Anyway, what did you think? What were your thoughts? Thoughts, feelings, comments, concerns?
It made me uncomfortable.
It made
But
you
that's okay.
uncomfortable. Okay.
But that's okay.
That's okay. Why did it make you uncomfortable?
Hmm?
Why did it make you uncomfortable?
Well, some of them were very personal. And it made me think of things. And I was like,
Oh, God.
you shouldn't be thinking of things.
Oh, no. This one's okay. This one might be really bad. I don't even know. The trolley is heading towards your partner's ambition, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your shared time together. 3, 2, 1.
Share
Partners
time together.
ambition.
No, it's partners.
Oh, no, it's too late. You said it. You said it,
Yeah.
dude. Oh, my God. Look what you've done. Look what you've done.
Look
Wow.
what you've done. Yeah, no, it's true.
No, seriously. No.
You sacrifice your time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was. But you said our shared time together so you can keep your ambition?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You would give up our time together so that you could keep your ambition. Wow. Why?
That's kind of what we do already.
No, but we have a lot of quality time together.
Yeah, we sure do. I'm not saying
Yeah.
give it all up, but
Well,
yeah.
no, you just did with a trolley, dude. That's
Oh,
what you
all of it?
did. Yes. It hits your shared time together. Gone.
So just no time together at all.
Mm-hmm. Only your ambition, bro.
Well, then we're not in a relationship.
We're pretty much done.
No, I took it to mean, basically the situation we're in right now, right? Like,
It didn't say quality time though. It said shared time, which shared time to me is just like any time together.
we don't have quality time.
Did you hear me? A little bit there. I'm giving you side eye while I'm sipping.
No, it's all just
Here.
quantity time.
It's all just quantity time, not quality time.
Yep. Let me pencil you in for Friday.
I don't know. Which one do you think was the worst one?
That one was pretty bad.
That one was really bad. That one was really bad. I'm not 100% happy about that.
Emotional intimacy and physical chemistry was bad.
Yes. Yeah, that one didn't.
Do you want a shit sandwich or
We didn't do this one. The trolley is heading towards your partner's denial, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your resentment. 3, 2, 1.
Resentment. Yeah,
Yeah.
get rid of that.
Bye. You got trolleyed. Oh my God. Totally over. Yeah, this one doesn't make any sense either. The trolley is headed toward your resentment, but if you pull the lever, it will hit your guilt. Can it just hit both?
Yeah.
Can I just decide I'm doing nothing? It has to hit, like, can like one car derail, like, as it's hitting my resentment? My resentment is so freaking hard that it just goes like, bah!
Then it
Gets
rolls
the
over to
guilt.
the track beside it, yeah.
Or like a Final Destination with Billy, right? When he's there and then they get missed by the train, he's like, "Oh my God, guys!" And it like that, like it, like the car is my resentment, and then the guilt is there, and it gets us.
Maybe a more
gone.
apt question would be it hits your resentment, but also it derails and takes out a kindergarten.
That's some strong resentment. That means my resentment is probably actually.
Killing
I was
children,
gonna say
yeah.
my resentment is like, yes, my resentment is killing children. My resentment is like a nuclear power plant. Or sorry, I was gonna say my resentment is like a chemical plant, but then I was like, no, it's probably more like a nuclear power plant. Like my resentment, yeah, is
Hot
is
and steamy.
the new Chernobyl. Yeah, it's just a really ridiculous tea kettle. That is what my resentment is. It's just a really dumb way to heat water.
Mhm.
Sorry, that's just my personal thoughts on nuclear energy, but I'm just a plebe. I don't really know too much about nuclear energy. I'm just thinking there's got to be different ways to like heat frickin' water, dudes. Whatever.
You heard it
Safer
here.
ways. Safer ways.
You heard it here.
What?
Sarah's for fossil fuels.
I am. Renewable energy. No, not fossil fuel. No,
I am, yeah.
No, renewable energy. Renewable energy. Whatever, fossil fuels. Screw it. I give up. I give up. I'm getting tired. I'm getting hungry. I think it's time to call it.
I think our society should be powered with doodles on treadmills.
Doodles on treadmills. Yep. I'm going to start the campaign tomorrow. That is what we're going for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my love, has been
mi amor.
Mi amor. This has been illuminating. Really, really it has. And yeah. How about all of you little guys out there tell us what you think? What do you think was the most unhinged trolley problem? And maybe come up with some creative ones of yourselves. And that would be awesome. Like if people were to like write into us and then we could do like viewer trolley problems, that would be awesome. We would love to do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Leave us with more questions than answers.
Yeah. Leave us being like, yeah, there's no way we could possibly decide at the end of the day. So yeah, this is great. So we're still together, right? Right? You're still coming to bed tonight? We're not broken up? You don't hate me?
Thanks, everybody. That's been a wonderful episode.
That was great. Yeah. All right. Well, we don't really have an outro. I'm going to have to figure out maybe at some point a stupid outro for this flippin' thing, but I don't have one. Anyway, it has been a really nice time with you across the table. You, that guy over there. It's been lovely. It's been great spending holiday time with you.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for a couple of delusionaries. We will see you next time, and you can, we will get up to some different shenanigans another day, and then see what happens. See if we can't you know, destroy this relationship. Who knows?
We're trying our best.
We are trying our best at this point. Unfortunately, we actually kind of like each other. So, yeah, that's part of the problem.
I know you guys don't get it. I don't either.
Thanks. Anyway, bye. Goodbye.
Bye.